That means public schools in every grade, even kindergarten, must teach your children to accept same-sex marriage. This really confuses children. I think parents need to know what's happening in our schools.
The beginning of 2005, our son Jacob was going into kindergarten, and he came home with a diversity book bag. And in the diversity book bag was a book entitled Who's in a Family by Robert Scutch, and that introduces children to same-sex households.
Now, wait a minute, let me be clear. Your son is in kindergarten.
Yes.
And he was given a book about homosexuality and marriage?
Yes.
What was your first reaction when you saw this?
When I saw the book, I was quite upset that they would couch this as diversity and include it in a diversity book bag and not give me notification that they were going to be introducing this topic of homosexual relationships and homosexual behavior and to my young 5-year-old child. I was very upset. Said we didn't think, number one, it was appropriate to discuss that with our 5-year-old, and that if we ever felt it was necessary to have that discussion with our son, we would choose the timing and the manner in which to discuss it with him. And in fact, that any adult in the school could discuss homosexual families and homosexual issues with our children.
One of the reasons they give is they said same-sex marriage is legal in Massachusetts. Therefore, we can broach it anytime with your child. And when they are putting forward that it's equal, they're putting forward that it's a morally equal alternative and affirming it in the minds of children. Now, these are young, impressionable children, and they know very well that there are many parents that do not hold these beliefs. But irrespective of that, in an intolerant manner and in an aggressive manner, they are putting forward that we as parents do not even have the right to know what they're saying to our children.
So when she would not acknowledge our parental rights in this area, we then went to our Judeo-Christian beliefs and our faith and said, well, you wish to affirm homosexuality to our son. You're presenting that which is sin as though it is not to our son, and we cannot allow that. And at that point she reiterated, this is not a parental notification.
It is our sacred duty as parents to guide our child. And I said, I'm prepared to sit here all night until I see some form of accommodation as a parent. To make a long story short, the accommodation they gave was to put me in handcuffs and send me to jail.
I couldn't believe that they were willing to arrest my husband because my husband and I just wanted parental notification. We want to raise our children to know God, and God has blessed us with the sacred responsibility to raise them for Him, to know Him, and to know His truth.
I was willing to and they were willing to handcuff a father and send him to jail. It was a 6x8 cell, filthy. But, you know, I felt I didn't have a choice at that point in order to fulfill my role and duty as a father. Parents need to stand their ground. If they intend to have a war over our parental rights, battling for the hearts, minds, and souls of our children, then let it begin here.
Do you see the implications of same-sex marriage being legalized in your state? It affects every family and every child, including yours.